Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to the Film and TV channel. We're going to have a look at a horror, science fiction, thriller sort of thing today. Yeah, the poster claims it's the best horror of 2021. Well, we'll have to have a look at that, won't we? 15 rating, so it's not going to be overly scary if it's a 15, surely. But sometimes you can have some good scary ones at 15 if it's done very, very well. But we're going to look at something called In the Earth today. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications. You can see all my stuff on film and TV. And if you do check the playlist, you'll see stuff on my football team, Manchester City, as well. So if that's of any interest, or anyone you know might be interested, please point them in my direction. Little links on screen for Facebook and Twitter. I do check and follow everyone back, so if you need any followers on there, just seek me out and I'll reciprocate and follow and friend you back within a couple of days. Anyway, if you're doing that for me, that'd be fantastic. All comments are very welcome, especially on this film. Yeah, let me know what you think. There's sort of split opinions here between the critics and the public, which is not unusual, is it, with certain films, but we'll get onto that in a moment. If you don't have the time for a comment today, just please give us a little thumbs up. That'll be fantastic. Right, yeah, In the Earth, 15 rating, a horror sci-fi thriller, written and directed by Ben Wheatley. Yeah, if you like sort of Ben Wheatley stuff, he's a bit off the wall. I've liked one or two of his things, but I'm not overly convinced. But if you do like Ben Wheatley, then you're in with a chance with this one, I assume. All scores and comments today as at the 16th of June 2021 at 5 PM UK time. It's an American-British co-production. Yeah, film stars Joel Fry, Reece Shearsmith, Hayley Squires, Elora Torture, John Hollingworth and Mark Minero. It had its world premiere at the Sundance Film Festival on 29th of January 2021 and was released in the US on the 16th of April, yeah, by Neon. It's actually now going to be showing for a short time in UK cinemas from the 25th of June 2021. So whenever you're watching this, seek that out or check a streaming site, depending when you're watching this, of course. As I said, Joel Fry stars as Martin Lowry, Reece Shearsmith as Zach, Hayley Squires as Olivia Wendell, Elora Torture as Alma, John Hollingworth as James and Mark Minero as Frank. As the world searches for a cure to a disastrous virus, yes, might start getting a bit repetitive, this, mightn't it? A scientist and part scout venture deep in the forest for a routine equipment run. Through the night, their journey becomes a terrifying voyage through the heart of darkness, the forest coming to life around them. Is it any good? Well, here we go. The critics, Rotten Tomatoes. Film holds an approval rating of 76 positivity, so that's like 6.8 out of 10 overall, the average, which is pretty good. That's not too bad. That's based on 140 reviews, of which 109 are fresh and 31 are rotten. The site's consensus reads, In the Earth's bleak kaleidoscope of horror is a meditation on the residual pandemic fears that haunt humanity. There you go. I thought it was just a film, and we thought it was obviously all that. A couple of the fresh comments from Peter Bradshaw from The Guardian. He gave it a fresh. Wheatley plunges into his rusty tank of weirdness with gusto, and Fry and Torture handle this ordeal with impeccable seriousness. Yeah, I don't, Fry and Torture, yeah, okay, he's not mentioned probably the best in this for me, but there you go. Matt Zoller Sites of RogerEbert.com, he liked it as well, he gave it a fresh rating, even though some sections feel rushed and it falls apart at the end. Every part of it is memorable. Yeah, okay. I'll have some of whatever he's on. Michael O'Sullivan, he's on the rotten bandwagon. He's from the Washington Post. He said, "You got to give Wheatley credit. In the Earth is like nothing else you've seen. Although some might wish it were a little less original." Yeah, I think he's having a little bit of a dig there. But I'm more in Michael O'Sullivan's camp. I'll be honest with you now about this. Metacritic, yeah, the film's got a weighted average of 61 out of 100 based on 30 reviews, so again, not too bad, and it scores anywhere between 33 out of 100 and 100 out of 100. Again, I won't quote the gentleman's name, but he's obviously had a few berries, I think, when he did this. Internet Movie Database, this is a quite important one, isn't it? Yeah, Joe Public, people like you and me, we're not critics, we just enjoy watching films and like to be entertained. That's how I watch a film anyway. 5.1 out of 10, it's a little bit down on the critics, yeah, just 5.1 out of 10, and that's based on 2,469 reviews as I'm doing this. That's 1,052 of that 2,469 gave it 6 or more, so well under half gave it a watchable figure, if you like. Right, my little thoughts. Yes, director Ben Wheatley, said that the soundtrack was partially created using plants. I think this is where we're sort of looking from for this film, to be honest with you. And I mean, possibly some of it was written by plants as well. I'm not too sure, but there you go. I think that sort of statement by Ben Wheatley says it all. Very weird, yes. I think that sort of falls into that pattern. Not the best array of acting talent. It's okay, but at least it was okay. But at least what was a good watch for me was the gentleman Rhys Shearsmith, who wasn't mentioned by that other critic as an acting. I thought he brought a touch of Inside Number 9 or A League of Gentlemen to this craziness, to this sort of feature. And but sadly, he's only a sort of in it for about a third of the film, and when he's not involved, I found it a pretty rubbish, to be honest with you. It's only actually Mr. Shearsmith that actually inspired me to keep watching it, because I did enjoy his role in it, and they said that Inside Number 9 League of Gentlemen vibe that we got when he was on the screen. You always have to worry, I think, when the critics like a film more than the public, and I think that's fair to say in this one. It's not often the public are far wrong. Again, the critics are giving this, just too much credit for what it is. Quirky and weird, links to COVID doesn't mean it's going to be a good movie. Ben Wheatley has a go with all his stuff, and his fans. He's got his fans and his followers, of course. And yes, there are some good horror, nutty, psychological elements to this, but but as stated, it's normally when Shearsmith is supplying the interest. Certainly for me, anyway, he plays a great character in this, and he does sort of hints at Misery meets Blair Witch at stages, but only when that gentleman's on the screen. As I said, the poster says it's the first great horror of 2021. Nope, I don't think so. My little rating, I think this would have been lower without a certain actor. I won't mention his name again. I think it tries to be too clever for its own good, and sadly these days many critics think this makes it a good movie when it's quirky and clever, but no, I don't think it does. I don't at all. So I'm only going to give it, very similar to the Internet Movie Database, I'm only going to give it a 5 out of 10. I wasn't overly impressed at all. There was potential there with the storyline. As I said, they had okay actors, and they had Mr. Shearsmith, who they could have made more use of, I think, throughout this as well, which would have made it a better film. But I'm only giving it a 5 because of Mr. Shearsmith anyway, so it probably would have been rated lower if another actor took on that role, and probably wouldn't have done it as well as he did. So there you go. Anyway, let me know what you think. As I say, it's not certainly not the greatest. I mean, if I can think back to from one I watched a couple of weeks ago, which was certainly better than this, which obviously was the Quiet Place 2, but obviously. And that wasn't fantastic, but it was certainly far better than this. Yeah, a bit clever, and just too clever for its own good, unfortunately. Anyway, thanks for watching. What are you going to do the rest of the day? Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. To meet here again on the Film and TV channel, or perhaps have a flit across, have a look at my Citizen channel, my football channel. I only ask you to do one thing: stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.